Hey YouTube, this is Nash Taters. Welcome back to another episode of War of the Visions. Holy smokes. I looked at the notices this morning and I must tell you, I am pleasantly surprised to what is coming. Let's dive into Monday news. Alright, I must admit, this game I have not been thinking about in a very long time. I used to play this game with my two friends back in the days when the Nintendo GameCube was a legitimate thing, okay? And I remember we used to spend all night long playing this game because it was one of those action RPGs in which it really required a lot of teamwork. And I used to love playing this game. And I think it's one of those games that you have a lot of fun when you're playing with people. And I'm pleasantly surprised that they're actually doing a collaboration with this one. So let's go ahead and talk about it. It is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. So recently they released Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remaster Edition. So they're going to give us two brand new vision cards that are going to probably be limited time, I'm guessing. Yes. It is limited time. It makes sense. And I tell you, I wish I was wailing out right now because I would love to have both these cards maxed out. Let's take a look at what they do though. Keepers of the Crystal UR quality is going to give you defensive up, evade down, fire attack up for party abilities. The next card is going to be the MR quality Insert Your Mirror. It has acquired JP up, which I don't believe many cards we have does that now, other than the one I believe you purchase. But that one gives JP up for the entire team. It gives you physical attack up for the party ability. So honestly, this is a very good card. And by looking at the art, I really want to max this card up just for the sake of maxing out. But again, it's going to be pretty rough to max out. Although they do give us different opportunities to get more shards of this specific card. At the same time, they're releasing a couple other cards. Horns First Edition Solidus UR quality magic attack up for the bestow effect / resistance up. Now this is going to be pretty good. This is really good for those magic users that tend to get sliced and diced by physical units. So this card is going to be very good for your magical users. This card just looks so dope. Bursting Spirit Mind Flare. Now, if anyone who plays RPGs knows anything about different creatures and characters, Mind Flare is definitely someone that a lot of people probably are familiar with. And for those of you who've been watching the series on Netflix, there is a Mind Flare, or at least their interpretation of it on Stranger Things. By the way, I'm sure everybody have seen it. A very good show, by the way. Bestowed effect is magic attack up. Party ability is damage limit up. So this is pretty much like a twin-headed dragon, except it's the MR quality. And I think this is a great card to have actually. I personally would love to get this card, but I'm not a huge fan of raids. And so naturally it's not something I really like get into too much. So I might have to just kind of say whatever to it. Now, Mind Flare is going to be added to the Den Beast, obviously, because, oh wait, it does offer the, oh yeah, it has the Esper, evokes Mind Flare, deals water damage, okay, cool, and inflicts paralysis. So this is a pretty good card, and on top of it, it's cool to get an Esper. I love Espers. Alright, so enough of that, let's talk about, actually, do they have more? Nope, that's it. Let's talk about the celebration campaign of collaboration. This is going to last only 1 week, so it's one of those filler collaborations, much like the Final Fantasy Mobius that we got. And so to celebrate this, they're going to give us again, of course, a typical login bonus of 2,500 shards. But the only exception is they're going to be giving us the card plus some shards on day 4, Rainbow Sphere, and then some nice energy boosts and some nice growth eggs to level up your vision card. And they also have this thing where they're adding another challenge mission. So this is going to be obviously limited time. Make sure you do this. You get 1,400 Visiors plus Rainbow Vision Spear. And of course you get some more experience cubes, growth eggs, and then shards of that MR card. So highly recommended. Personally, I would definitely try to get as many shards as possible for the Insurgent Merc. Story experience, going to be double in campaign. Nothing too exciting for me. Like literally almost all of my units on my spender accounts are all leveled up, like as max as they could be in terms of where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not 99s, but they're where they need to be based on the limit breaking and the awakening of the individual units that I have. This is what I did not expect, because everyone has gathered the information that we're going to be getting the twin-headed dragon soon on the 23rd. So this to me seems a bit off. Like they're giving us 2 raids back to back. That seems so tedious. Personally, I think this is a big turnoff. I'm not a fan of that. I hate it when a game like this gives you 2 back-to-back raids, because it literally soaks up all your time if you so choose to do it. I hate raids in general, and I think they're a terrible design, but it is what it is. And for those of you who love to min-max, this is another opportunity for you to go back and get many of those UR quality recipes. Ifrit obviously is going to be fire, makes total sense. But as the JP YouTubers have shown us before, there's going to be a gold cactar that will appear as a rare raid boss. So that might be something interesting. So, as I realized, I don't understand why they would give this 1 week raid right before the twin-headed dragon event, which, again, to each their own in terms of accepting something like this. It is fire, it is weak to magic attack, and then earth for the gold cactar, and then it's also going to be weak to magic attack in addition to missile attacks. Blah 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 blah. Okay, we get it. They're going to give us lots of nice items. This time is going to be the platinum helm of UR quality, and of course you have additional chances to gain the Alexandrite ring. I'm pretty sure they're also giving us the platinum robe, right? Because that was what was in the last raid. So if they follow this routine, they'll probably give us all the repeating platinum recipes. Last time I only farmed 8 recipes of each, simply because I hate raid and I only do the minimal to get what I think I need to get. But this time I think I'm really going to go after the rainbows, and then in addition get some of the rings, maybe some more platinum stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens. New chapter means new events, means new scenes to farm. Chapter A, Scene 3, which means you'll get 1,000 gems, plus some rainbow spheres perhaps, and rainbow fragment stops perhaps. I love when they release new chapters, because it just gives an opportunity to get nice things. Alright, because it is 6th month, officially on September the 23rd, we'll be getting some new quests. This one's called Play Daily to get fabulous reward daily countdown quest. So basically it's a quest that obviously is similar to like those JP quests where they happen for a limited time, and then you just kind of do it once a day and then you get a bunch of nice items. This one obviously counts down to exactly the 23rd. So we'll get some snappers, skip tickets, rainbow vision spears, Visiors, which all this stuff is really not that much. But then the 100 skip tickets is pretty sweet though. I must admit, that's pretty sweet. And then of course the king pots are nice. It's probably going to be one of those super uber easy stuff that beginners should be farming for sure. Actually, everybody should be farming for sure. And that is that. Events coming back this week. What are we getting? The Admirable Prince. So the Admirable Prince rerun. It's going to be basically in addition to the Etra training quest. And I don't mind these reruns because all it is it gives beginners a chance to get some new stuff. In this one, it's going to be for Yerma and Nasha. Of course, we just got Nasha for the featured unit for last week, so it makes perfect sense. And then, of course, you can also get the Golden Axe and the Golden Blade, which I farmed the living crap out of, which I'll definitely not be doing because I don't need that many copies of a Golden Axe. Or the two-handed sword, actually, because I have the Crimson Saber. Etra training quest. Now, many people shun this unit because they think she's crap. Make sure it's a she. Oh my god, I don't want to go there again, dudes. He, she, whatever. Looks like a she to me, so I'm gonna say she. And so basically, she is one of those free units that we got. And I think this is gonna be another opportunity for people to get her as a free unit. Is it gonna be the... No, it's not the Icelands. This is the Drake's Horn Sphere and the Cat Claws. I believe these are not MR quality. I believe these are SR quality, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, I didn't farm this very hard because I think I'll definitely go for the Ice Lance. But I think I'll probably still farm it just to have a weapon for my spear users. And striking in this game is terrible, so it's not something I really look forward to farming anyways. So, but for those of you who do not have these recipes, you should just farm it for the heck of it, because you do get some extra items, you know, like rainbow fragments of thoughts and things like that. But with so many things going on this week, this is one thing I hate about games in general, is like the companies feel they need to give us tons of things to do, and I feel like that's not right. You don't need to give us 4 running events at the same time, even though these are reruns, because it really kind of like, it really makes people like start losing their track of what to farm and things like that. Which is a great segue, by the way, to a request by several people that have recently joined this channel in terms of supporting me and of course the content that I create, is that they would love to see me cover some farming techniques / farming routines, or maybe just in general talk about what items / what things are worth farming, and perhaps, you know, different types of strategies used to do more efficient farming. So this entire week's theme, I'm going to go over exactly what I personally do every single day and what I think about certain things that takes priority over others in terms of farming. This way, I think for newcomers to the game, which most likely we had tons influx of because of the Final Fantasy Tactics banner, right? People love these collaborations. So I think we probably have a new influx of beginner players, and we also probably have a bunch of players who are either approaching mid-game or approaching late game. So I think it's a great time for me to really show the knowledge I've accumulated over the last 6 months, and of course give you some of my personal skills in terms of strategy over the last 30 years of actual gaming. But I do have my specific routines, and I do have specific things that I recommend folks to do in terms of farming. Alright, so I'm excited about that, by the way. Collaboration, the 16th. Alright, so here we go. We already talked about this stuff, right? Yeah, we did. So that's pretty much it for news. So today is Monday, so to end this video, I think what I'm gonna do is do like my baby summon first of all. I have been doing this baby summons, by the way. But personally, I feel like you might as well just kind of cater to the spenders in a separate situation and then just give us a bunch of free things in its own banner. But you know what I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Wow, this would be a lovely thing. Oh, yeah, that's right. This would be lovely for a lot of folks. Celia is pretty sweet, pretty solid unit for sure. I think in going back in time, she would have been the only mage perhaps I would have built. But I think ideally I do want a mage from every single element. Everything else is leaving. It always saddens me to see Final Fantasy Tactics run away, but they're all gonna leave, and it's time for a brand new week, therefore time for brand new things. I still have this UR guarantee ticket. I am gonna save it because I really want to hopefully get Kitufe and or Eldira from it. Simply because I do still want Eldira. She's just so good looking. So anyways, I think that's all the time I have for this video. Tonight I'll be making another video which I will be beginning talking about the farming routines, and I'll show you exactly what is I focus on Mondays. I hope you guys all have a great day. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming in the next several weeks that perhaps people are feeling a little bit down after the Final Fantasy Tactics banner, but I think it's also a great time to start picking yourself up again, dust off all of those bad memories that you're going to have perhaps from walking away from Final Fantasy Tactics. But again, this is one of those games that's going to be here for the long haul. So we're always going to have new events. always going to have new units, always going to have new vision cards, and it's always something to look forward to be honest. But for those of you who decided you want to take a short break in terms of doing hardcore farming, I applaud you. I might just do that myself. I don't really plan on going too hard on the Ifrit Raid, and honestly, I don't really plan on going too hard on the Twin Dragons raid either. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of start working on organizing my account. So I think that's it. As always, make sure you spend your time wisely because it is your most valuable resource. And always take care of yourself and all your loved ones. Nash Taters and his family out. Peace.